Hello, my fellow orphans, and welcome back to the No Parents Required podcast. Okay, what's up, y'all? We back, episode 2. Okay, talk about consistency. What? Okay. All right, before we get into today's topic, I just want to tell you guys, what I've been doing in my life, like, what's been going on, okay? So this week, I finally, officially closed on the house sale. Okay, for anyone who didn't know, I have been trying to sell my parents' house since basically since my mom died in October 2024. So, I mean, that's not true. I actually did not really start trying to sell it until maybe March of last year. So, it's been damn near a year. Cleaning it out, listing it, dropping people dropping out the all I don't know, but it's done. Papers are signed. I'm just waiting for that money to hit the account, okay? But no, I'm not actually going to get any money for real because it's not mine. What was actually funny about the whole closing, though, is because I guess technically I could have gone in person to closing, but realistically I didn't want to. And I had clinical that day, so I really couldn't. So a notary had to pull up to my apartment. Tell me why this lady came in bag strapped on their shoulder, a duffel hanging off this shoulder, backpack on her back, looking homeless. I'm not gonna lie, but she wasn't. She was a very nice, very kind lady. But in those bags was a whole printer. She literally pulled out a printer, plugged it in, and printed it out right there. I mean, talk about efficiency, but I just wasn't expecting that. I guess I didn't know what. I know what a notary is. I know they're just someone who is legally certified to sign professional documents and whatever, but I wasn't expecting that. Most certainly was not expecting that. So, the whole situation, honestly, I can say is pretty bittersweet. I'm happy. I'm happy to not have to worry about it anymore. It's very mentally exhausting and just depressing, thinking about your childhood home being given to someone else, thinking about how this random company is going to buy it and turn it into some bullshit. It's it can be a lot. It can be a lot. I'm not going to lie. So in that aspect, definitely happy it's over. But on the other hand, it's my house. That's my house. That's my house. What the fuck? That's my house. So it was a lot because there's a lot of memories at the house. There was a time when I had this really big friend group. Actually, there's multiple times I had very big friend groups, but in at least two of them, my house was the hangout spot, and a lot of memories were made there. Uh, a lot. Okay, but even though I'm really gonna miss it there, with the amount of people that have died in that house, is probably haunted.
It's a hard knock for us. It's a hard knock for us. It's a hard knock life.
And when I say the house is haunted, I don't just mean because of all the people that have died there. I also mean it's haunted by the ghosts of my past relationships. And that will bring us to the topic of today's episode, dating in high school. So, I don't know about y'all, but unfortunately, I was someone who was a serial dater. But the actual unfortunate part is that it started in middle school when I got my first boyfriend in 6th grade. And I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Who the fuck told me a little 11-year-old, little ugly ass little 11-year-old me go get a boyfriend? Girl, go do your literacy homework. The fuck are you worried about a boyfriend? Sorry, I'm reading a comment someone responded to. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so my first relationship ever, unfortunately, was indeed in the 6th grade. And it was with this boy, little white boy. I grew up in a white town. A lot of little white boys like that. Unfortunately, that was my type at the time until high school. Honestly, I only liked white guys, and that's honestly very embarrassing to say because I don't think anyone should only like anything. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, if you can't even appreciate the beauty of other people, if you can't even appreciate the beauty of other races without having to feel a sexual attraction to them, then I don't know, that's a little I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you mean only white men are attractive? What do you mean only black guys are attractive? What do you mean only any race is attractive? Like, that's weird. But yeah, unfortunately, yes, that was my type, and I only dated white guys. So I dated this boy, and the one thing I do remember, I don't even want to talk about like the whole relationship, but the one thing I really do remember is maybe the second time we broke up in, the span of like 5 months we were dating. I remember telling my parents this time, and like they were low key just mad that I had a boyfriend. Like, they were more mad that I had a boyfriend than like the whole like he just broke my heart thing. And when I tell you, I cried. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. I'm like, y'all don't care? Y'all don't care that y'all baby's heart just got broken? Like, what do you mean? But honestly, like, from their perspective, your 11-year-old daughter just comes up to you and tells you that she has a boyfriend, that has had a boyfriend for the past like month, and that he just broke up with her, and that she's very sad and yada yada. I'm looking at her like, who said you could have a boyfriend? Like, that's exactly what they did, and that's exactly what they did. And unfortunately, that led to me hiding almost every other boyfriend I had since then. And looking back, do I regret it? Yes, in the sense that they probably could have supervised and saved me from some situations I probably shouldn't have been in, but I feel like it prepared me for now, because I have an amazing boyfriend right now, and they ain't never met him. So, prepared me for something, right? So I remember when I told them, right, I cried because they were all mad, and unfortunately, like I said, I never told them about any more of my relationships. And then it just like kept getting worse. Like, and that's just how I would be. Like, anytime I would get a boyfriend, I would, if they knew of the person, they would know them as my friend, but they definitely wouldn't know they were my boyfriend. And realistically, I was young and shit. Like, it's not like there was really that big of a difference in a boyfriend and a friend at that time, obviously. But it's just like the principle of it. Like, if you can't tell your parents that you have a boyfriend, then you shouldn't have a boyfriend. And I know that might be a gut punch to some people. Like, what do you mean? I mean, like, if you're like 16, 17, 18, okay, maybe it's a little different. But like, if you're like 11, 12, 13, even 14, you probably don't need a boyfriend. And your parents are probably trying to save you, especially in these times. Like, they trying to save you, trust me. So, like I said, never told them any more of my relationships. So going into high school, I dated 3 people in high school. I'm only gonna claim 2 of them, and the third, if you ask me if I dated them, the answer is no. And I pray and hope that if they were asked that question also, they would also say no, because I don't want to claim you. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to claim you. Like, I just don't want to claim you. Sorry, but yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about the one that I claim, but the other one, maybe I could write a book about how much I hate this man. And it's honestly ridiculous because I was so young, he was so young, but like, I don't know, we were in high school, like we were off and on freshman and sophomore year, and first of all, freshman year was COVID, so I was online. The boy didn't go to my school, which definitely made the whole situation worse, because it's like online, and like you're just kind of like pissing me off like via phone. And like, how you gonna piss me off on my phone? I ain't pay for it, but it's mine. You sure as I don't pay for it? My bad, I just spit, y'all. But y'all, you sure as I don't pay for it? So like, it was just a drag for a very, very long time. Like, the back and forth, the wishy-washy. He was a wishy-washy ass nigga. A wishy-washy ass nigga. It was embarrassing, honestly, the level of wishy-washiness that came out of him. One memory that I really, okay, first of all, literally two different times that this man had me embarrassed as hell, right? Because he's inviting me places and not telling the adult, whoever is there, that I'm coming, right? So now it's a big old secret. 2 separate times he did this. Okay. And what's actually ridiculous is the fact that it happened the second time, because the first time, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm a dumbass bitch. So like, I should have never let it happen another time. But first time, it was probably the first time I ever maybe not the first time I ever went over his house, but one of the first times I went over his house, and he didn't tell his mom that I was there, and his mom wasn't there because she was at work, I guess. And she had came back from work, and let me just tell you, all hell broke loose. That was so. It was literally so embarrassing. It was literally like so embarrassing. First, he was trying to hide me in the bathroom. Then, like, somehow she just like knew I was there. Like, I don't even know. Like, she low-key just knew. And I feel like he was trying to, I don't know. But I know that she saw me, started freaking out, talking about, I ain't say you could be here. Girl, talk to your son about, why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? Talk to him. Why did he invite me over here? So yeah, I ended up having to call my dad, come pick me up. She came out and like talked to him, and like that made it 10 times more embarrassing. But honestly, like, my dad was probably mad, but I don't think that he was as mad as she was. Mostly because I lied about the situation of like me being there. You know, I said it was like a friend hangout, and I just so happened to be the last person there. Yada yada yada. But yeah, like, that was embarrassing. My apologies, the freaking camera died and shit, and I don't even know if we're in the same position anymore, but we're back. And like I was saying, as a man, why would you ever want to put me in a position like that? But of course, he wasn't a man, and he was a little ass boy, and I was a little ass girl. And that's why we ain't that's why we ain't need to be messing with each other in the first place, okay? Especially because I couldn't even tell you that I couldn't even tell my parents that you were my boyfriend. I couldn't even tell my parents that you were my boyfriend. Like, I wish I could tell little me to not do that. When I say little me, I mean like 4 years ago me. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, it is my phone. Oh, okay, my bad. That phone died. I thought this phone died too. I'd be pissed. Yeah, another thing about that man, it was pretty clear that he only wanted me for this ass. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I just let that happen. And it's like, at the time, I knew. And the fact that I let him spin the block multiple times, I'm embarrassed. I don't even know if I should post this. I'm embarrassed. I'm genuinely embarrassed. But I can't be any more embarrassed than he should be embarrassed, because like, as bad as my life is now, I feel like his is worse. So it is what it is. Looking back, I know damn well I will not. I will not. I will not ever let a man play me like that, because especially with that first boyfriend I ever had back in 6th grade, I literally fell in love, got my heart broken, and had me thinking like, this is it, like, this is over. And at that young of an age, like, I did not need to be thinking that. Like, I feel like at the time, obviously, I could not grasp how much life there still was to live, and even right now, I really still can't even grasp that. But I don't know, like, I wish I could just like figure out, like, what was I thinking? Like, did I really think that because this random ass white boy from this random ass town in New Jersey decided that he didn't want to be with me anymore at the age of 11 and 12, 13 years old, like, it was that, like, my life was over, like, I was never gonna find a man ever again? And for some reason, that is what I thought. Embarrassingly enough, that is exactly what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. Little did I know, there would be plenty more men coming around the block trying to get a little piece of this cake, okay? And like, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. You might be big, you might be black, but there's plenty of people who love that. Love it, okay? Like, you're fine. You're literally fine. And I just can never, ever, ever let someone make me question my self worth and my body image and all of that. And you person watching this, you better not either, because you are always the prize. You are always, 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 always the prize, okay? Doesn't matter whether you're the girl in the relationship or the boy in the relationship. That's a discussion for Twitter. They can have that gender war discourse. Over here, everybody is the prize. And you need to you need to act like it. Like, you need to act like you got it going on, and you're gonna find somebody that's gonna see that you got it going on and be like, damn, like, I'm trying to get some of what's going on with her. And it happens. Like, it happens eventually. Let me see what else I wrote down. I wrote down some reflections and stuff of these terrible relationships. Oh yeah, don't pay for everything. Ever. For this, I might actually only be talking to the women. Don't pay for everything. Ever. You want to pay sometimes, you even want to go 50-50, go half. But everything? No. No. We don't do that. We don't do that. It's, oh my god. Let's see if this laptop dies before I finish this video. But people want to say, oh, like, the patriarchy, yada yada yada, like, feminism, don't y'all want to be equal? Yes, I do, and I still want you to pay for my meal. I still want you to pay for my meal. Don't take me out if you're not paying for my meal. Okay? And I'm in a 2-year-long relationship, and most of the time it's still like that. Like, every once in a while, you know, I'll be like, babe, let me pay for dinner, man. You're like, literally yesterday we went out and got sushi and I paid for it. And it was only like $30. But when I go in, best believe it'd be like 100. Like, I don't care. But you just need to know that you are monetarily have value. That you monetarily have value. You need to know that. And you cannot let nobody act like you don't. Don't let nobody act like you don't, because you do. You do. You do. Okay, simple as that, you do. And the last reflection I wrote on here was, don't date unless you're in high school. And if you can't tell your people that you date, and then don't date. Don't date. Especially if you're under the age of 18. Like, it's just not worth it. Relationships at a young age without parental adult supervision, I feel like destroys your self-confidence, your mental fortitude, your self-esteem, all of the things. Like, it just destroys who you are as a person, because you can't comprehend the just like wave of emotion hitting you in the face. And I still feel like that right now at 19. Like, me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years, or almost 2 years, and it's just like, sometimes I'd be a little scared, like, is there something I'm not seeing here? You know, like, because it'd be good. I don't know, like, things be good. Sorry, I hit the camera. But things be good most of the time, so it's hard for me to really tell, like, do I need to be asking outsiders about this? And it's hard not to, because most people, you know, when you have a boy problem, you go to your mom, like, mommy, like whatever. But, like, I don't have that. And I do have women in my life that I do think I can comfortably go to talk about my relationship. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's more so just like, your parents will give you a certain type of advice that you just won't be able to find from anyone else. Because your parents give a fuck about you in a way that nobody else do. And it don't matter how much people claim to care about you. Like, they probably do care about you, but not like your parents would care about you. And that's just it. That's it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I think we're just gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you follow on whatever platform you're listening on. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you follow the pod on Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.